Biden-Trump general election would be the first rematch in a presidential race in more than half a century. Hey, it's Dan Zimmerman and welcome to Illustrate to Educate. In this video, we'll look at the policy track records of both Trump and Biden for the economy, taxes, and immigration. Be sure to like this video if you'd like to see a part 2. First, let's take a dive into what most would agree is a top priority in 2024, which is the economy. When Trump was in office, the inflation hovered between 1.2% and 2.4%. The S&P 500 grew 46.4% from Trump's inauguration through January 29, 2020. Real GDP growth was 2.3% in 2017, 2.9% in 2018, and 2.3% in 2019. When it comes to jobs, the economy added an average of 177,000 jobs per month during Trump's first 3 years in office. In addition, there was $8.4 trillion added to the national debt, which includes $3.6 trillion in COVID relief, $2.5 trillion from tax cut laws, and $2.3 trillion from spending increases. Now let's look at President Biden's years in office in terms of inflation. In 2021, it was 4.7%, then 8% in 2022, and 4.1% in 2023. The S&P 500 grew 29.7% from Biden's inauguration through January 29, 2024. Real GDP growth was 5.9% in 2021, 1.9% in 2022, and 2.5% in 2023. When it comes to jobs, the economy added an average of 409,000 positions per month during Biden's first 3 years, which has been aided by a massive post-pandemic return to work. As far as national debt, it is estimated that during his presidency thus far, Biden has added $4.8 trillion, not including the Fiscal Responsibility Act or the full impact of Biden's various student debt relief plans. Biden signed a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure deal aimed at repairing roads and bridges, expanding public transit systems, and modernizing the electrical grid, among other changes. So let's look at another important topic, which is taxes. When Trump was president, he signed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which lowered most individual income tax rates, increased the standard deduction, and cut the corporate tax rate, among other changes. Trump also doubled the estate tax exemption. Most individual provisions expire in 2025, while most business changes are permanent. During Biden's presidency, he signed the Inflation Reduction Act, which created new tax credits for electrical vehicles and clean energy home improvements and includes $80 billion in additional funding for the IRS and created a new 15% minimum tax on book income for large businesses. Biden's 2024 budget proposal included several tax increases that would add up to $4.8 trillion in new taxes, according to the Tax Foundation. The major provisions are aimed at corporations and high earners. So now let's look at the border crisis and immigration. During Trump's presidency, he completed 472 executive actions on immigration. Trump built hundreds of miles of fencing along the US-Mexico border, including parts and areas where smaller barriers already existed. Trump also implemented migrant protection protocols, also known as the Remain in Mexico policy, which required certain migrants to wait for US hearings in Mexico. Trump also temporarily banned nationals from Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. He set a record low limit for new U.S. refugees. During Biden's presidency, monthly migrant encounters at the southern border hit a record high 302,000 in December 2023. Biden also reversed several Trump-era policies, including the Remain in Mexico policy, and halted construction on the border wall. Biden negotiated a deal with Mexico to restart the Remain in Mexico program before the Supreme Court ruled the Biden administration had the authority to end the policy. Biden also approved further construction of a border wall in October of 2023, citing an immediate need for it. In addition, he directed the Department of Homeland Security to pause deportations of migrants who pose little or no national security risk, a policy the Supreme Court upheld. Biden also launched the CBP One app to streamline the process of migrants before they arrive at the U.S. border. Do you want a part 2 comparing Biden and Trump? If so, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Illustrate to Educate to support more simple and objective videos on topics that matter. If you liked this video, be sure to check out the channel for more videos on topics that matter.